Hi, this is Ike from IkesOutdoors.com. First off, I'd like to welcome you to our new shop. We've done a little bit of remodeling and got our place looking a little bit better, so hopefully in the future you'll see our videos. We're out of the dungeon. We've got a nice little area here specifically designed for filming. Later on I'm going to be putting a bench in here and get all my tools out here, so we've got a nice new area to film, and it's going to look a lot better, we think, and a lot more professional, hopefully. But other than that, today I'm here to talk to you guys about a product called Game Glide. What Game Glide is this is an ultralight deer sled that is disposable. We're going to show you some of the features of this, and then I got a big duffel bag, and I'm going to take and load that thing up with bricks and get about 100 pounds of weight in there, and then I'm going to take this thing out and I'm going to test it out and see how well it works. So I'm going to take this thing, I've got two of them here, you can see they're nice, all folded up, nice and small. This will actually fit in your pocket. You know, it'll slide right in your back pocket, and I've just got blue jeans on, so your camo pants, this thing's going to fit right in your pocket, and it's going to fit right in your bag and not take up much space. The nice thing about that is for you guys who don't have a truck accessible to keep a cart in or some other product that'll help you drag your deer out in, you can take this and put it right in your pocket, you can put it right in your pack, you can carry this with you all day long. So that's a real nice feature of it, is it's right there with you. All you got to do once you get to your animal, strap them into this thing, and then you can go to hauling them out. This thing is advertised to make your dragging up to 46% easier. It is a really slick product, and it's really tough. Now, it is not puncture resistant. Like I said, this is disposable. It's made to be used one, maybe two times, and then to be thrown away. Retail price on this is $10.99. So, you know, most of the guys out there are going to kill 3 or 4 deer a year. You know, maybe 5 if you're really lucky and you're a pretty good hunter. A few of these, and it's probably going to cover you all season long. It weighs only 5 ounces. It's 25 by 50 when it's completely unfolded. It'll work for most mid-sized game, from a trophy buck to a small doe, is what it says here on the front. So it's going to work pretty good for larger game as well as small game too. So we got this. We'll get the product out here and we'll show you how it works, and then we'll go test this thing out. So first thing is nice and folded up. You can see here, it just unfolds. It's a nice high-vis orange, so you've got a nice visible orange to wrap around your deer when you're hauling this thing out. Now, they provide the ropes to tie your deer in with, but they do not provide the rope to haul your deer out, to actually drag the deer with. The reason for that is to keep the packaging small and to keep the cost down on this. So you can see here, it's got these ropes tied right in here, and this side over here has a loop tied into it, and this side over here doesn't. So you're just going to, once you get this around your deer, you're just going to close that up. You're going to run this through your loop, and you're going to tie your knots. I'm just going to tie a simple half hitch or something similar like that, and that'll wrap right up around your deer, and then you can start dragging. Now up top here, it's got the same thing, so you can wrap that right around your deer, tie that up, you can put your knot in there, and then you can hook your rope in here, and you can start dragging with this. One of the nice features about this is a lot of the guys that are going to be hunting in national parks and conservation areas, things like that, where they don't allow ATVs, this is going to be nice because you can just carry it with you, and you can go out there and use it to drag your deer back. You don't have the expense of buying an ATV. In areas where ATVs are not allowed, you can use this. So that's a nice feature of it too, is it is allowed, you know, in areas that ATVs and carts aren't allowed, and it is less expensive and easier to use. Now, this is not designed for rocks or gravels. It is not puncture resistant. If you catch this on some rocks or something like that, you are going to be able to tear through this. Now, the advantage of the way that this works is even when you do puncture it, it's still going to function fine. So this is our test one here, and I'm going to take this out and I'm going to pull that around that duffel bag with it. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take this pin and I'm going to poke some holes in it, and you can see there it doesn't tear. Just like if you were out dragging and you got a stick poked through there or something like that. So we're going to take this thing out, we're going to test it out just like this, and we're going to see how well it works. We're going to see if these tears get any bigger. We're going to see how much effort it takes for me to pull this. Like I said, I got a big duffel bag. We're going to put about 100 pounds worth of weight in there to simulate. That's about what a big doe or a small buck around here would weigh, be about 100 pounds. So we're going to put about 100 pounds of weight in that duffel bag, and we're going to test this thing out. Okay, so what I've got here is I've got my big duffel bag, my big gear bag, and this thing's loaded down with chunks of wood, and it's a little bit misshapely, not quite as nice and round as a deer's body, but that's what I got. You know, I don't have a deer that will jump right on this sled for me and let me drag it around. So it's got 3 of these on here. I don't know if I'll be able to use all 3 simply because of the way this thing's setting and the way it's misshapen, but this thing does weigh. I put it on my deer scale at the house, and it weighs 106 pounds. So I've got 106 pounds worth of wood and bricks in there right now. So it is a little bit awkward, but this game glide's wrapping around it pretty well, and these ropes are pretty long. You can see that sucker's pretty wide. It's probably it's probably as big as any buck I'm going to kill here in Missouri. And I'm not going to give you very good detailed instructions because, like I said, I don't have a deer on here. So the instructions on the website, you can go to gameglide.com and you can get the instructions off of their website. Red equals head. So the head goes toward the side with a red rope on it, and you'll tie the head in there. It shows you how to tie the head in there with using this thing. Okay, since we don't have a deer's head to wrap around, I've just tied this in a knot just to keep that pulled up over there. And when I drag a deer out without one of these game glides, I'll take my safety harness, and the part that goes around the tree is right here around my waist. That keeps, and I'll take the tail. Luckily I'm skinny and I got enough tail there, and I'll wrap that around a deer's head and just neck and just tie it in a knot, and then I'll go to dragging with it. That's another nice thing about this game glide, is it's going to ease the amount of work that you're going to have to do, and it's going to help you guys. The number one cause of death in hunting is heart attacks from straining yourself from pulling this kind of stuff around, from dragging deer out. So this is going to help make that easier and hopefully ease a little bit of strain on us all as we're dragging our deer out. So I'm going to strap this up here, and I'm going to take off walking through these woods over here and show you guys. We'll see how well this thing works. Okay, so I dragged the game glide through there once with this bag on there, and it's in pretty good shape. Even the holes I put in it seem to be alright, and you can see the paint peeling off of it like we talked about earlier. Alright, now what I'm going to do this time to show you guys how nasty and how bad that stuff is I'm going to actually take the camera with me. I'm just going to put the camera in front of me and show you guys how bad that is. It's pretty rough. That's pretty rough timber in there, but this is helping out a bunch. You can see how wore out I am. You can imagine how bad it would be. I'll show you how rough that area is. Okay, here we go. Got the game glide behind me. This ought to be fun. Trying to do this with one hand. Oop, you can see there, I got the game glide snagged on the board. Alright, so we're off the board. You know, and I'm out of breath, but this actually makes it a whole lot easier considering what all I'm going through. You can see the pace I'm moving isn't slow by any means. Oh, briars. Very nice. A whole sea of briars. Briars. Now we're onto some easy ground. This is what we like. So I drug it through our little obstacle course twice, and you guys seen how rough and ragged that was. I said this thing weighs 106, 108 pounds, something like that. I'm too tired now to remember. But let's see what kind of shape this thing is. Remember, I put 3 holes in this before we even started, and I snagged it on a branch over there a while ago. Seems to be in pretty good shape. As far as, I got 1 hole there. That's where I drug it into that big branch. We piled up all kinds of locusts and leaves. There's one of the holes I put in it earlier. You can see there's where the string is, and there's another hole I put in it earlier. But overall, it held up really good. I mean, you can see the paint completely wore off of the bottom of it. Alright, so for more information on this product, this is the Game Glide. Be sure to check this out at gameglide.com. They'll give you a little bit better instructions on how to use it with the deer. Like I said, we had our makeshift dummy deer back here. So they'll give you better instructions on there. They got real thorough instructions on there. So it worked really, really well. We put it through, you seen what kind of stuff we were dragging it through, and it worked like you wouldn't believe. It really did. It's slick. I mean, this thing is slick as butter. It really helped out. Even this big bulky awkward bag here really made it glide right through the grass. So nice, easy, portable. Definitely something you could throw in your bag, especially if you're on an all-day hunt. And it's not going to take up too much space. When you kill a deer, you've got this right there with you. You know, I use the safety harness, but find your own method, get your own rope, and however you want to drag it out. The safety harness method works pretty good. So be sure to check this out at gameglide.com. For more information, for instructions on this product, you can go to their website, gameglide.com, for more videos, more product reviews, and we'll have a link up to their website on our links page, and our website is ikesoutdoors.com. Appreciate you watching.